What to do, beautiful people? Your girl Poet, time for your Just Curious report. So let's get right into it. The family members of Brittany Arsenault won't face any charges. As you know, she was kidnapped and abducted by her boyfriend over the weekend. They found her first before the cops did, killed him because when they busted through the door, he was stabbing her, so they shot him. So the family of Scott Thomas is saying they should be arrested. But I'm sorry, did you forget that your son kidnapped somebody? Maybe it's just me. So people are saying that Idris Elba has a baby on the way. I will say that the girl that he's dating seems to be very pregnant, and I'm just going to go ahead with he's off the market. I feel very disrespected that he didn't talk to me first because, I mean, if a baby was what he wanted, we could have made that happen. So, okay. So the late, great Michael Jackson has to be rolling in his grave. His fans are going after the first boy who accused him of child molestation multiple times. You know, Michael Jackson eventually won the case, but he just wasn't the same after that. So they've been putting death threats on his Facebook and whatnot as he sets to wed his girlfriend of 3 years. I say, get over it. MJ's family did. Leave that man alone. And when people stop threatening people on the internet, you can still get arrested for that. So the Kardashians did a great thing by selling their old bras, lingerie, artwork, and home goods, all to benefit a better cause. And it was going to the Greater LA Fisher House, which is a house that is so cool. It gives housing to families of wounded veterans. How cool is that on Veterans Day? And it also went to No Kids Hungry, the No Kids Hungry Foundation. Altogether, they sold $6,000. They promised to match whatever was sold. So altogether, those two lovely places will get $12,000 a piece. Who says the Kardashians don't have something nice to say or do sometimes? Jenna Jameson, after swearing off porn 5 years ago, is back in the porn business. She said because she needs to feed her kids and get her house out of foreclosure. It is hard out here for everybody anytime that sex ain't selling. Tashira Simmons wants you to know she is not a gold digger. She felt like people needed to know what it's like to really deal with somebody who's an addict, hence her tell-all book on her and DMX. I will say she was with him for the longest time, so just maybe we can't say that she's a gold digger because she was with him through the good, the bad, and the extremely ugly and multiple arrests. Megan Good is writing her first relationship book called The Wait alongside her new husband. It's going to be the story of why it's important to be abstinent and leave sex out of the picture while you get to know somebody, because that's what her and her husband did, and you see how well it worked out for them. It did work out well for them. So Usher's being sued. They're claiming that, once again, somehow he stole a song, but I can't really get into details too much because this is the story, that he let somebody at Usher's record label hear the song, and then like 3 years later, his song popped up on the radio, and now he's just now coming forward after it's recouped multiple awards and a bunch of whatevers. You want to know more about that? Go to PoetTaylor.com right now and get all the juicy details in one sitting. I'm your girl Poet. That's your Just Curious report. Find me on Twitter, Oh Really Poet. You can find me on Instagram at PoCakes. Yep, you heard me, PoCakes. And of course at PoetTaylor.com. Before I go, gotta tell you that there's a video circulating of Kanye West beating the crap out of some paparazzi up in Texas, but the video's so grainy, there's no way to really see if it's Kanye. And if it was really Kanye, wouldn't we have heard about it by now? I just can't believe that all the way. Oh, shout out to Jamie Foxx, who had a fundraiser over the weekend, all for the memory of Trayvon Martin. His parents were there, so were his brother. Russell Simmons gave the Trayvon Martin Foundation a 6-figure check. I like the way that sounds. And tomorrow we'll discuss the white politician who won an election by pretending he was black. I'm your girl Poet. That's your Just Curious report. I'm out.